not only the lab exams, Mr. Chair, I think she will have to undergo some other procedures like 2D echo and other things po. 2D
Napansin ko
echocardiogram.
nung tinatanong naman siya ni Kong Johnny Pimentel, ni Dan Fernandez, nakangiti pa eh. Pero si Congressman Abante, nakasimangot na. Hindi.
I'm sorry, sir, I
Tapos
wasn't-
bumalik kay Dan Fernandez, nung sinabi niya na ikukulong sa Correctional Institute for Women, biglang nagbago. Pwede ba sa takot o sa stress yung
Yeah, of
ganyan?
course, sir. Stress will have a big factor in all these things. So she's having all this stress. And,
Tapos hindi pa kumakain, hindi kagaya ni Madam Baterna. Kaya tingnan nyo si Madam Baterna kasi nakalabas, okay na, mataba na. Pero itong isa kanina, haggard na haggard eh, di ba?
Yes, sir.
If ever that she will not take her oath on that sign waiver before a notary public, I will move to cite Miss Cassandra Ong in contempt and assign her in the Mandaluyong correctional.
At
for
the
that matter,
appropriate
Mr.
time,
Chairman.
Congressman Fernandez, at
Yes,
the appropriate time,
Mr. Chair.
we will decide on that after we exhaust all possible way to get information from Miss Cassandra Ong. And if she does not cooperate and we feel that she has committed a contemptible act, then the committee will, if they so desire, will cite her for contempt. So, but before that, we continue with our interpellation, and the next to interpellate is Congressman Zia, and then Congressman Akop, and then Congressman Paduano, and then Congresswoman Swansing. Congressman Zia, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Chair, I'd like to direct my question to Ms. Cassandra Ong. Is she available? Ana, nasa CR.
1 minute suspension.
Why is the toilet break so long, Mr. Chair? This will agitate the Honorable Adjong.
1 minute suspension.
May I proceed to Cassie Ong, Mr. Chair? Just a
Congresswoman-
couple of questions.
Congresswoman Luisa, can we give her 3 minutes? She has to, I think she's not feeling well.
Mr. Chair?
The doctors in the house will, saan? Dito.
Mr.
1
Chair?
minute suspension.
Can we ask the in-house medical doctors to update us with regard to Cassie's Miss Cassandra Ong's condition? Can you identify yourself, Doc?
I'm Dr. Rafi Valencia from the Medical and Dental Service of the House of Representatives. Now, as of now, sir, mababa, sir, yung blood sugar. So that's the cause of the dizziness and the weakness.
What
The
is-
BP, the vital signs are stable.
What is the blood sugar level?
Actually, sir, hindi nga binabasa na ng machine, which means that it's too low.
Oh.
Mr. Chair,
So with that,
can I just ask confirmation from the doctor if it is true that Ms. Ong refused to eat, refused to drink the Coca-Cola that was given to her?
so,
Sir,
maybe,
actually,
so maybe, are you the right person to answer that query? I think the custodian facility. Who is the custodian facility of the Quadcom?
Sir, may I?
You are? No, we're asking the custodian. Is she not eating? Sige, ma'am, identify yourself, please.
Sir Glizel Irene po, Valdepeñas from the LSB po. Mr. Chair, may specific lang po siyang food na gustong kainin every time po na nagpo-provide kami ng food sa kanya.
So ayaw niya yung ulam na binibigay niyo?
Yes po.
Ayaw niya?
Yes po.
And is it true na kanina umaga you tried to give her Coke because mababa na yung sugar niya and she refused to take it?
Yes, sir, but later on, ininom naman po niya.
Ininom niya?
Yes po.
Okay, so the refusal to eat is because of her dislike of the food that you've been giving her.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you po.
Mr. Chair?
Siguro yung sa doctor muna.
Yes, may I?
Mr. Chair,
Okay.
can we ask the doctor first? Dr. Rapi Valencia, what will be your advice to our resource person for
sir,
today's
for the
hearing?
meantime, sir, siguro po, we'll try to raise the blood sugar. Now, we're trying to ask her to drink yung drink niya. Pinagdagan ko na lang, sir, ng sugar yung iced tea niya.
So with that,
Just to increase.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Valencia. With that, Mr. Chairman, can we ask the other resource persons which this Quadcom have invited while
Okay.
recuperating muna si Cassandra Ong?
Well, in our list of interpellators, the next in line is Kong Zia. However,
Yeah, Mr. Chair, my questions basically are to Ms. Cassie Ong. And I will yield to the next interpolator if they are willing to ask some of the resource persons here. And I'll just wait until Ms. Ong is capable of answering my questions,
okay,
Mr.
thank
Chair.
you, Kong Zia.
Thank you.
The next in our list is Congressman Akop. If Congressman Akop is ready. Okay.
Mr. Chair, I prepared my questions for Madam Casio.
Okay. Congressman Zia, you're
Yes, thank you, Mr.
recognized.
Chair. Mr. Chair, I was slated to ask questions to Ms. Ong prior to the episode that we just seen. I believe she had a medical condition which requires direct medical attention. Mr. Chair, we have here the head of our medical director of the House of Representatives who personally assessed and examined Ms. Ong. I would like to ask our doctor here, resident physician, what is now the status of Ms. Ong? What's the condition, really?
Good evening, Mr. Chair. Good evening, everybody. Well, to put it in a nutshell, Ms. Cassandra Ong is quite unstable as of this moment. No, so definitely, as I saw in earlier, that her blood sugar was very low, unreadable now, doctora, even through the RBS, and then now it was after giving her some carbohydrates, it was raised to 169. Her blood pressure right now is only 80/40. And of course, as the good doctor will also know, we cannot take this one in separate blood sugar and blood pressure. So it's all intertwined. So that's why I can say that she's quite unstable now. One thing can affect the other thing. So that's it. In fact, if I may say, this morning when we checked her blood pressure is only 70/40. 70/40, and we did some things, no. So, but right now, just to let you know, right now we recommended to the Secretary General, and I think it will be coursed through you also, that she be worked up properly before we can give the proper diagnosis to what she's having right now, because we actually don't know. if it's because of heart failure or something like that, or something
Chair.
like that, sir. So
Mr. Chair, may I-
Mr. Chair, since this morning, before
since
the
this morning-
hearing,
yes, sir. Yes.
her blood pressure is 70/40.
Yes, that's the lowest that she had since 9 days ago.
Mr.
So
Chair,
usually she has 70/50, 80/50, 90/60.
so
But
Mr.
for
Sir-
1 week, for almost 1 week, she's been like that, sir. So
Sir
we
Chair-
were trying to see if she can still attend, and actually we did not propose anything before today. But 70/40 is really quite alarming even for us. So we gave a recommendation, but I don't know if that will be sufficient enough to merit her workup.
So Mr.
Yes, sir.
Chair, sa makatwid Mr. Chair, this blood sugar po niya,
Yes, sir.
is it normal in the normal range despite giving her despite after giving her the
Yeah.
soft drinks? Kasi usually you have to give her sugar, 'di ba? And take
Yes, sir.
soft drinks and
Yes, sir.
chocolate. So
Yes, sir.
is this already normal range ang
Yes, sir. This is already in normal range, but of course, just because we gave her the carbohydrates right now,
Not the blood pressure.
the blood pressure is not stable even right now. It's 80/40, sir.
So, Mr. Chair, I'd just like to ask, you're familiar with the proceedings, Doc, no? Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
sir.
So, what is your suggestion, based on your
Yes.
expertise and,
Yes, sir.
and then based on the examination you just conducted on her,
Yes.
can she manage to answer questions from members of this committee, after having examined her with all these
Yes, sir.
prognosis with the blood sugar and with the BP and etc.? What is your expert recommendation?
My
Your
recommendation,
professional
Yes, sir.
recommendation.
My recommendation, Mr. Chair, is for her to be excused for the remainder of this hearing, and then a proper workup should be done to her in the next coming days, so we can finally diagnose her, final diagnosis that we can have, so she can, I understand because she's still here for another 20 days or so, so we should be well aware of what she's really having with a good diagnosis because of all the workup that could probably be done outside, sir, outside, like to the echo and things like that, sir.
So, Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair, well, I'll be objecting for her to come back and answer questions. Perhaps my recommendation would be that you put an IV to her, di ba? If necessary.
Yes, sir.
And then secondly, I think she must be brought to the hospital. To the hospital,
Yes, po.
di ba?
Yes, po.
so Mr.
For
Chair,
proper workup, sir, so we can.
Okay, please
yes,
continue, Kong
yes,
G,
my
ah.
last. I think after hearing the prognosis, diagnosis of our doctor here, resident physician, for humanitarian reason, Mr. Chair, I believe that we have to excuse Ms. Cassie Ong from this proceeding and allow our doctors to conduct a thorough examination on her, because basically she's under our custody. And we have to make sure that she will be healthy the next meeting or the next committee hearing that we require her attendance, so that she can also be sane and healthy in answering, capable of answering all our questions. So, Mr. Chair, I would reserve, Mr. Chair, my questions in the next committee hearing, and I hope Ms. Cassie Ong will be good, will be in good shape. But we have to, Mr. Chair, also, we have to remind also our doctors that earlier I heard that Ms. Cassie Ong refused to eat yung food that we offered her, parang ayaw niyang kainin. So we have to make sure also that she'll be given the proper diet, at saka wag siyang mag-refuse. At this point in time, she has no right to refuse whatever food that we give her, or lalo na pag sa hospital, kasi this will definitely affect her
Yes, sir.
entire health po niya. Ayaw naman natin pag next time bigla may episode na naman. So madidelay itong committee hearing natin, Mr. Chair. So, having said that, I thank the committee chairman for allowing me to ask our doctor and really report to this committee what really is the condition now of Ms. Ong. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kong G.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Fernandez and then Congressman
Yeah,
Abante.
I just wanted to be clarified, Doctor, no? Kasi nakita ko to kanina na ang kanyang blood pressure was 90/50. And then, a while ago, when she testified, kasi 12:07 pa to eh. So now, ano yung naging blood pressure niya prior to this,
80/40, sir.
Ha?
80/40, Mr.
80
Chair. Yes.
over 40. And what that indicates?
Hypotension po. Hypotension.
And her
It's,
blood sugar, kanina mababa, it jumped to 167
Yes, sir. That's a normal consequence
because of
giving
the
her.
iced tea.
Yes, sir.
But it is temporary.
I would presume, sir, it will be temporary.
Will you
sir.
recommend having her in a hospital instead of being here?
Yes, sir. We gave the recommendations already to the Secretary General.
Kasi kung kinakailangan
Yes, sir.
dalhin siya sa hospital,
Yes, sir.
bring her to the
For
hospital.
proper workup only, sir. For proper workup.
Yeah.
For
please.
proper workup. So we can make sure that when she gets presented here the next time, that we are aware of what she truly has, and we have already the proper medication, the proper treatment.
Do
that
we have
she-
a complete
that she can continue.
Do we have
Yeah.
a complete facility in order to find out the real
No, not
condition?
here, sir. Not here.
Oh,
po.
in that
Not here,
case,
Mr.
having
Chairman.
this kind of blood
Yeah.
pressure
Yeah.
and the staggering blood sugar,
Yes, sir.
don't you think it's high time to bring
Yes,
her to
sir.
the hospital?
Yes, sir. Or at least 2-3 days. Just to give the proper workup, sir. 2 to 3 days. po.
Okay,
2 to
you will
3
be the one responsible for this, because I myself, I will be recommending her to be
Yes, sir.
brought to the hospital.
So that
Since,
only, yes, sir.
Huh?
So that only, Mr. Chair, the next time she goes to the hearing, we already know exactly what she has, and she's being treated for whatever she has.
no, what I'm trying to
She-
tell
Yes,
Doc
sir. Yes, sir.
Valencia, Valencia ba?
Bautista po.
Right now, we have the blood pressure that is so low, starting 12:07, and then a while ago, you told us that it was from 90/60, naging 80/40 siya.
Yes, sir.
And then the blood sugar was so low when she drank the iced tea, it jumped to 167 milligram. So
Yes, sir.
don't you think it's proper to bring
Yes,
her
sir.
to the hospital now?
If
Mr. Chair.
if the committee will approve of that, then there's no reason for us to delay further. So the sooner we know her diagnosis, the sooner we can treat
so
her.
we will be letting you your medical expertise. No?
Yes, sir.
Sige.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Doc, I
Yes,
think
sir.
you should do what is necessary.
Okay po.
No, kung kailangan siyang dalhin sa ospital, bring her to the hospital.
Okay, sir.
Kailangan i-work up siya, dalhin nyo, gawin nyo lahat ng work up
Yes, sir.
na kailangan.
Opo, sir.
Okay? You don't actually need the approval of the committee because I think this is an emergency case. So,
Yeah, we can say
sige,
that.
so,
And
Somehow,
Mr.
yeah.
Chair, I'd like to tell our doctors that, for example, before the hearing, her blood pressure is 70/40.
This
No.
morning, Mr. Chair, yes.
Huh?
This morning, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, no? 70/40, correct?
Yes po. 70/40.
Before
This
the
morning,
hearing.
around 10:30 in the morning.
Ibig
sir.
sabihin,
Yes, sir.
pwede na papuntahin dito pag ganun ang blood pressure niya.
But we were watching her the whole day, so somehow we felt she can, but apparently she wasn't able to continue
sige.
anymore, sir.
Now that you have given your opinion on her medical condition, do what is necessary. The committee will abide by you. Okay? So, thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Next,
Motion to...
wait, Congressman Acop.
Oo, kasi yung mga chairman, sila na lang eh.
Sige, okay. Congressman Acop.
Doc, sabi po nyo, 2 to 3 days. The lab exam will be complete.
Not only the lab exams, Mr. Chair, I think she will have to undergo some other procedures like a 2D echo and other things po.
To rule out yung heart problem.
Yes po.
Pero
yes
at
po.
her age, medyo malayo.
We cannot definitely say that, but I will be more comfortable with her having at least a 2D echocardiogram.
Kasi
2D
napansin ko
echocardiogram.
nung tinatanong naman siya ni Kong Johnny Pimentel, ni Dan Fernandez, nakangiti pa eh. Di ba? Eh, kitang-kita ko naman nandyan siya eh. Pero si Congressman Nabante, nakasimangot na. Hindi.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
sir, I
tapos
wasn't-
bumalik kay Dan Fernandez, nung sinabi niya na ikukulong sa Correctional Institute for Women, biglang nagbago. Eh, yun na napanood ko kanina. So,
Yes, sir.
pwede ba sa takot o sa stress yung
Yeah, of
ganyan?
course, sir. Stress will have a big factor in all these things. So she's having all this stress and
Tapos, hindi pa kumakain, hindi kagaya ni Madam Baterna. Kaya tingnan nyo si Madam Baterna kasi nakalabas. Okay na, mataba na. Pero itong isa kanina, haggard na haggard eh. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Kaya nakita ko talaga.
But to correct that, sir, she's not actually fasting. She just refused to eat what we gave her, but she's ordering food from outside and eating properly, sir.
Pero kung hindi siya kakain, talaga mangyayari yung
Yes, sir.
ganyan. Na talaga.
Mr. Chair, I was told by Congressman Dan Fernandez that Chairman H invited Miss Baterna for dinner.
Matagal ko nang alam yun. Kuan? Di ba, Madam Baterna? Di ba? Kita kayo ni Kuan, sa opisina niya. Oh, ikaw talaga.
Mr. Chair,
Thank you, Mr.
kidding
Chair.
aside. Kidding aside, Mr. Chair. May
Yes,
I?
Congressman Abante, and then Congresswoman Jinky Luistro, and then Congresswoman Garin.
I just would like to make a manifestation, despite the fact that Ms. Cassie Ong is no longer fit to face this committee, that in questioning her, Mr. Chair, that she has consistently lied in this committee. And then when we asked Mr. Linsangan and Mr. Chua, they actually said that Ms. Cassie Ong is actually involved in Pogo, which, of course, Ms. Cassie Ong has consistently denied, Mr. Chair. So I just would like to make that manifestation.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Abante. Congresswoman Luistro.